What's up, YouTube? This is Politically Incorrect. I'm pretty sure many of you are aware now that a devastating earthquake struck the country of Haiti this past week. Um, Haiti, just can't catch a break, okay? And I'll get to that in a moment. But a devastating earthquake struck Haiti. It already, from preliminary figures, it's going to be awful as far as the death toll is concerned. Right now, over 700 people have been confirmed dead. There are still thousands and thousands of people who are missing. The final numbers we yet don't know. Um, it was measured as, some sources have it as a 7.2 on the Richter scale. Some have it as high as a 7.5, which would be higher than the 7.0 that struck Haiti and devastated Haiti back in January of 2010. Now, that particular earthquake killed over 200,000 people, over 200,000, and caused catastrophic damage to Haiti's infrastructure and their economy. And of course, afterwards, from that earthquake, we saw a lot of aid go to Haiti, United States, UN backed and UN related aid. The Clinton Foundation, of course, remember that was when you saw Bill Clinton and George W. Bush go to Haiti as representatives of the United States. Uh, a lot of money was raised, billions, I believe. But how much of that money actually went toward restoring their infrastructure and their economy are good questions. Many people feel as though a lot of that money was diverted into, you know, the accounts of, scrupulous and corrupt officials and maybe even underworld figures, because Haiti does have a lot of crime lords. Okay, and I'm just being honest. You do have some undesirable activity going on in Haiti. Um, Haiti just can't take a break. It can't catch a break. This earthquake was a little bit deeper beneath the surface, and the epicenter was in a less populated area, less densely populated area than the one from 2010. So perhaps it's not going to be as deadly as far as the death toll, but it's too early to see. Many people who see the damage say that it looks similar to the one in 2010. So Haiti just can't catch a break. They have this earthquake. They have a series of puppet governments that really are not protecting the citizenry the way they should. Um, then, of course, they are being plagued now by the pandemic, COVID pandemic. They've endured the assassination of their president, who, before he was assassinated in a gruesome manner, uh, was going through a power struggle because many felt that the Constitution was saying that he shouldn't even be in office anymore. He was staying put because of the fact that he felt that he started his term a year later, so therefore he was entitled to staying a year beyond what the Constitution stated. Now, of course, you have this going on. Then, of course, with many people homeless now because of the earthquake, they're enduring storms. They just went through Fred, and now they're going to have to, they have Tropical Storm Grace approaching, and many people, as I say, are without shelter. So I'm really feel for the people of Haiti. But this is what I want to address. This is the point I want to get to. I'm very annoyed. Look, the racism is going to be there. There's going to be people who are going to say dumb shit. Okay, people are just going to say dumb shit. You have racist trolls. That doesn't really get to me as much as it used to. That's just how it is with these people. they're miserable. They claim they don't like black people, but I know when I don't like something, I tune it out. So really, it's something deeper psychologically. But what I get mad is the way that the media cover tragedies that occur to black people as opposed to tragedies that have happened with people who are white. I don't like the way that Haitians are being dehumanized. And I'll tell you why. I don't like the way that sometimes they're looked upon as refugees in their own country. Oh, these poor people can't catch a break. These poor, people who are here and, these are citizens. These are Haitians. This is their land. This is their country. I don't understand why, if a tragedy occurs, let's say in Switzerland, you're going to see actual individuals with their names attached to the face and what they do. And you get a personal story about what they've endured and the family members that they've lost. And these people get humanized. They're not just a statistic. They're not just, you know, one of 200,000 have been killed. They're not a stat. These are people. 700 people, and the number is going to grow, lost their lives in a blink of an instant, including a mayor, a mayor, a leader of a town was perished in this thing. And I get annoyed by that. I remember when Hurricane Trina occurred, and many of the reporters, they didn't go up to these people. They didn't go up to people who they want to look at with aloof and afar with some feelings of repulsion because they just look at them as poor black people. These are individuals who lost family members and wives. People have been married for decades. People lost almost in an instant from Hurricane Katrina, or at least within a series of days. They lost brothers, sisters, children, grandchildren, grandparents, washed away, never to be seen again, starving, having to go through imaginable muck in the waters just to get food, actually having the basic things that we take for granted. Okay, yes, the police ain't shit a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? But when we get in trouble, we call these motherfuckers. That broke down in New Orleans. That shit broke down. You couldn't rely on police. You couldn't rely on the fire department. You couldn't rely on a Uber, a Lyft, the things that we all take for granted in this country. These people in Haiti can't take advantage of it. They don't have power. Many don't have access to running water or food right now. So media treat these people like people. They're human beings. And they're going through hell. This has been a hellish year for these people. And they don't deserve this. And also, please keep your personal politics out of this bullshit. Stop bringing up the Clintons. Stop bringing up Joe Biden. Stop bringing up Kamala. Stop using these people as a wedge to show your political narcissism. You know what I'm saying? Or to expose your political narcissism. These people don't give a fuck about any of that shit. We go through a lot in this country. We do. We go through a lot of shit in this country. We should voice our concerns about the shit that needs to be addressed. But at the same time, we're kind of blessed in this country as well. We don't have it the worst in this world. We don't. So at the end of the day, I'm not a religious person, but if you want to pray for them, that's fine. What these people need is donations, and they need help. Um, they really do. They need the world's help right now. And don't try to don't try to stigmatize them as, oh, these people always need help. No, no. We're always going around saying that we need to promote democracy and bring democracy to this country and that country. We need to liberate this country and do this and that or whatever. But whenever the people are black or brown, well, I'll just say black. I'm not going to say brown. Whenever the people are black, all of a sudden it's, oh, well, these people need to pull themselves up. Nah, these people don't have anything to pull themselves up with. They don't have no clothes, let alone boots right now. They need help. Seriously. Seriously. They need help. So, best wishes to Haiti. And, man, there's always the saying that sometimes it's like the worst things happen to good people. And that's often true. The most miserable, wretched, heathenous people live to be 100. And, good people sometimes die young. But then again, maybe it's a punishment because a lot of times when you're miserable, a lot of times when you're lonely, when you've outlived your usefulness and people look at you as a burden, maybe it is punishment to have another additional 10 or 15 years of misery to your life. So that's all I got to say. Tell me what you guys think.